video game pickups for the month of May, June 2026. So I've got PlayStation 5, Switch, and PlayStation 4 this time making an appearance. So let's talk about my pickups for the month of May, June 2026. So for those who've watched my previous episodes, I live and record from Western Europe. I bring you all the prices from Western Europe, what goes on discount, what deals do we have here, on what games, on what platform, and all the news from Western Europe. So right now we are in the middle of summer sales, so everywhere you go there are discounts. The last episode I dropped for the video game pickups was for the month of March and April, and we started with the PlayStation 5. This time let's do something different. Let's start with the Nintendo Switch. For those who are watching hoping for Nintendo Switch 2, no, I don't have any, simply because anything that's dropped for the Nintendo Switch 2 is actually not worth picking up. Got Assassin's Creed Shadows for $30, Chronos the New Dawns for $30, all third-party stuff, but really for these prices, not really worth it. Now, let's start with the Nintendo Switch. You know your boy, love my collections. So Oddworld Anthology, the Unlikely Heroes collections. So this is actually dropped at about $45 for those who've seen my episodes previously. You know I live and record from Western Europe. This is what you refer to as the Eurozone. But for the sake of making things easy, €1 is $1. You can convert to these currencies from your own if you're watching from somewhere else. Got 4 games on this. Actually was very lucky, dropped to $20 instead of the $45 they were asking for it. No way I was gonna pay $45, but this is such a great nostalgia. $20, I had to run from store to store because it was only dropped in one store. That was in probably the last week of April, the beginning of May. And then there was a rainy day, a really rainy day, and I had to run from one place to another, and then got probably one of the last copies of this. It was for a limited period of time on a limited stock. So the Oddworld, 4 games on this, including all the first ones. That's a great pickup. Then we're talking about collections and talking about discounts in Western Europe. As we said, Oddworld is for $20. For $15, slightly cheaper, the Turek collection. So you've got Turek 1 and 2 and 3. I think I only played Turek 2, if I'm not mistaken, on the original release on the GameCube, and that was years and years ago. But I mean, it's okay. It's something that it's just, for me, collection is something completely worth it. When they drop the prices, this is $15 basically, 1.5. They drop the prices to this, so the Turek Trilogy bundle, to $15. I just pick them up, regardless of the fact I'm gonna play it, not play it immediately, not sure. For $10, Tintin and the Cigar of the Pharaoh. I've actually been watching gameplay of this for quite some time now, and very intrigued. I mean, these stickers don't actually mean much. It's on a basket, so the basket for this has a color. I think it was blue, something like that, which means $15. And then the basket for this was yellow, and that means it's $10. It's all from the same store. $10 for this, and been hunting for this because I love the series. I love the film, and so very pleased to have this in my collection. Okay, so a game that's actually dropped in price. I've watched some gameplay, loved what I've seen. It looks very intriguing. So it's by Sweet Carol. So it's a platformer, and it's kind of like, a puzzle platformer where the character changes from a person to a rabbit, and you know, go through stages, solve some puzzles, move on to the next stage, and you got some enemies to watch out for. And you know, it's quite intriguing watching this, or watching gameplay of this. So for $15, picked it up without any hesitation. Another one, I've actually played an extended demo of this, Crow Country. This is $10, dropped on the Nintendo Switch. Very pleased about this. I mean, this is just all the way nostalgia, and the platform for me to play those games is the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's available on PS5. All of these are available on PS5, available also on Xbox. I don't know about the Old World Collection, probably it's just a Switch exclusive, I'm not sure. The Turok Trilogy, I don't know, but these ones, the last three, I know they are available on Xbox and PlayStation. $10, Crow Country. Played, there's like a demo available, I think it's still available on PS5. Probably it's about 2 hours or something you can play. Quite generous, and it's actually very, very good for those who dig nostalgic stuff. Very good stuff. Okay, so another collection, the Sword of the Necromancer collection. Now, this I picked up only because it was $15. I don't think Sword of the Necromancer probably played a bit of this. So this is a triple pack. Got 3 games for $15. Can't go wrong with that. Just picked it up immediately. These are in the summer sale. In some parts they're still going, but they were all from one store, and they had like multiple baskets and they had like a color sticker on the basket, and then on the wall there's a chart relating to the price of each basket. So got like a blue basket, yellow basket, green basket, etc. So yeah, got 20, 15, 10, etc. For 15, and I'm very, very pleased about this one. Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb, again, I believe there was a demo available, but I mean, it's a brilliant RPG. It's one of these games that you know, kind of like, you know, people were talking about it on release and praising how good the game is. Again, available on all platforms, but probably ideally it's a Switch type of game on a Sunday afternoon, relaxed Sunday afternoon, and you kick back with this. Cult of the Lamb for $15, all from the same store. From a different store, and another $20 one. It's just a lucky stroke, basically. That's a clearance on a limited stock, only $20. 20. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Could not believe it. And again, it's a lucky thing, because I mean, when like these stores, which hardly advertise for these things, they probably have some kind of magazines. If you sign up, they'll send you the magazine at home, like to your post. Sometimes you have them digitally, like if you want, they can send them to your telephone or something like that. But I mean, there's so many of them, it's annoying to receive all these publicities and stuff for, you know, just you watch games and not the other stuff they drop on prices, but you get for everything. But this was $20, and don't think there was many copies left. So complete like a stroke. So Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom for $20, and they're all out now. This was beginning of May. It's impossible. You go to the sites of these stores looking for games and stuff like that, and you can see like all of this is on stock out. This is the Nintendo Switch collection for the month of for May and June of 2026. Let's move on to the PS5. Start with another classic for $20 again. This dropped in price in Western Europe everywhere. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, $20. In Western Europe, this is the price this goes for. Okay, $20, brand new, instead of like I think it was 75 or something like that. So brand new, $20. Okay, I played it. I do have it digitally, but I mean, with Sony dropping the news about cutting or stopping all physical media from 2028, this is even more valuable now to have. So let's put it there. Just focus the camera. For 50, well, it's actually not 50% off. This is for $15. Summer sale. Tormented Souls 2. Again, same story with Crow Country. If you're into nostalgic horror games, there were like so many of them in the life cycle of the original Xbox or PlayStation 2 or even PlayStation 1. If you're into that kind of horror games, like sort of old school horror games, this is brilliant. I played the first one, it's very, very good. This is the second one, $15, 1.5. This has gone on sale all across Western Europe. Probably about 80-90% of the stores drop the price on this. Now the secret behind it is, I guess they see what's selling, what's not selling, what's popular, what's not popular, how many stores, how many copies the stores are bought, and how many is still in storage that they have to get rid of. And I mean, Final Fantasy definitely worked. There's no problem. It's just it's been out for already a couple of years. So there you go. I mean, it's only normal that it drops in price. But the surprise is like only one store for the Final Fantasy. No, sorry, actually, yeah, multiple stores, but they range in price. So you've got 20, 25, some places you find them for 30, but they all dropped in price instead of the 70 or 75. But one store had it for 20. This didn't work, unfortunately. Code Vein 2, it didn't work. So the first Code Vein built a very good kind of like a cult following. Not the second one, not in terms of quality and the boss fights. Apparently, the fight mechanics, the character building, the story, the narrative is not all that kind of catchy. So, unlike the first one was fantastic. I mean, you have all the boss fights on this channel if you wish to go check them out for the first Code Vein. But this is Code Vein 2 for $20. It just didn't work. Right, so it's the same store as Final Fantasy. So $20 for this one, Code Vein 2. I mean, I pick him up. I know it's probably not as quality as the first game, but for $20, no, I get them. Another for $20. This is actually a kind of recent release, dropped again all across Western Europe. Hell is Us. So the only take against this is probably, gamers are very lazy now, and then you get dropped in a world where you don't have a map, you don't have any kind of like a mission guide or anything. You just have to rely on the people that you come across the map, and they give you some hints what you want to do next and so on. And a lot of gamers, that's kind of like a drawback. It's not something that probably it's just too lazy to, you need to kind of guide them through. But for me, no problem. I've played games like this before, so I'll give it a try for sure for $20. I mean, yeah, definitely. I know it's a good quality game, and I know the studio, and so Hell is Us for $20. That's brilliant pickup. Very happy about that. And then the last two for the PlayStation 5, $5 each. It's a complete failure, at least for this one, which is the Lord of the Rings Gollum. It's a disaster of a game, but again, $5, as I was saying, physical media. Sony just announced that they will stop making physical games. There will be none, and starting from 2028 it will be all digital. So this all of a sudden became more valuable. But seeing them for $5 again, I mean, this is a basket clearance. Obviously, there are no stores that sell stuff like this for $5. I mean, even if it's very bad, they will just hold on and price for, I don't know, maybe something like $19.95 or something like that. But this is what the green sticker of this store means. It's a clearance. So $5 for this. And the last one is actually I don't know much about. So MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and again it's for $5. Looks a bit decent. Don't know much about it, but yeah. So again, basket clearance, pick them up for $5, no problem. I mean, these two I'm actually not decided about. The first four, sure, I'll go through them, but the last two, I mean, I will keep them sealed and see if I, try any of them. If not, I'll just. That's the other thing you probably know about me. I cycle things back online for those who've watched my previous episodes. When I see a good market for a certain game, I'll just put it back online and I don't know, I get 20 instead of the 5 I paid to get this game. So, for example, the last bit is got a brand new copy, which I was very pleased about. Again, clearance basket, $5. No Man's Sky on the PlayStation 4. There were like a lot of sports games, unfortunately. This is one of the stores that I hardly visit, and I know when I make it there that, when I go there, it's a bit of a drive from where I live. Most of the games are out, so sold out. So, but No Man's Sky, it's not too bad. And then the one I'm very pleased about. This is 10, so $9.95, because probably they know the quality of this game. So brand new copy, PlayStation hits. Not something I would prefer having in a collection. Terraria for $9.95, so $10 on the PlayStation 4. This is a brilliant game. That's a very, very, very good game. So that's for $10. I mean, you've got multiple like Minecraft, and you've got a bit of dungeon crawling. You've got a bit of the fighting bits of it is amazing. It's very good. So for $10, that's completely worth it, and also a very good investment. The last bit for $15, 1-5, and I promise I'll do an unboxing of this. The Doom anthology, including the gun. So, and it's got like Doom, Doom 2, Doom 64, Doom 3, Doom, Eternal, and 2016, $15. So the original price, this is dropped in Western Europe, was, I think it was 100, and then I remember seeing it going down to about 70, and then the 70 was slashed half price to 35, and then from the 35, what's left, they put it in 15 in the clearance basket. So there you go. That's the Doom collection. Just one more thing I want to bring up after going through the pickup update video for the month of May and June 2026. I'll promise I'll try to I'm filming with an iPad. I'll get the iPad and go probably to stores. The only thing is that if you're watching from the US, it's not exactly as the US, because here you have to go through multiple approvals and permissions and stuff like that to film in stores. But I'll do my best to get a permission to film stores, and now we'll start filming in stores to give you an idea what we have here in Western Europe, what are the prices, what kind of stores, what are the games they mostly bring, what platforms work, and so on. I promise I'm working on it, so hopefully in the near future you'll get some of that. If you like this type of content, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I'll be dropping a lot of these videos. Up next, we're going to talk retro, collection and console. And thank you very much for passing by. As I was saying, if you like this content, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified of everything I drop. We're gonna go through, this is just a fraction of what is available for filming, so and it's all coming soon. Thank you very much for passing by. Look after yourself and keep playing video games.